Hello, Tootle. Talking. Put myself right off my own, but never mind. Tootle. Oh, Tootle.
I started playing DCS again.
Excellent. And what are you flying? What aircraft?
Su-27.
Okay, alright. Yes, a jet, so that's not something I'd be flying, but enjoy. Probably not got many bullets left, so I'll just have a little run and probably have to land.
I want to try the Spitfire after watching Red Tails.
Red Tails? I thought Red Tails were P-51s. But most certainly get the Spitfire, definitely. I'm definitely going to recommend that.
Yeah, but I don't think there are any A-21 in DCS.
P-51. And there certainly are them. In fact, you get the free one with no guns. The TF-51. Okay, a little circuit and then I'll go round.
There are 51 people.
Yep, there's definitely P-51s.
I look at the UK section and not American. Oops.
Yeah, I mean the P-51's a lovely aircraft, definitely. But obviously I'm definitely into the Spitfire. Have I asked you before, Tootlol, if you use voice attack? Do you use voice attack? Do you know of voice attack?
No, I don't know voice attack.
Okay, well I recommend it. It's well worth looking into. It's free. It's a free program, and it means that I almost never have to touch my keyboard. I do it all by voice commands on the mic. So as an example, I'll just say comms, and providing it doesn't fall over, it will bring up the comms menu for me. Hold on. So I just said comms and it brought up the menu. I didn't have to touch anything. I could hit the C on my keyboard. If for some reason that didn't work, I could hit the C, but comms works. So I'm going to go to the parent menu by selecting F11. Hold on. Now I'll select F8, all by voice. I'm not touching any keys apart from a push to talk or push to listen button on my throttle unit. Now I'll push F1, or I'll say F1. All of that just by pushing one push to listen button and speaking my command. It's a free program. It sounds like I'm an advert for it, but I think it's really good. It's a free program. You get 20
That's
commands.
So cool.
Yeah, you get 20 commands for nothing. It doesn't cost you anything. I've bought the program. I can't remember where you are, but in the UK it cost me £9. So it means I can have as many profiles. So I might have a profile for DCS, a profile for War Thunder, depending on what I need to commands I need to make. So you can have as many, when you pay for it, you can have as many profiles as you like and as many commands as you like. So it's all very good. But I find that 20 commands is probably enough to do DCS and War Thunder without a problem. You just make the commands appropriate and use the ones that are appropriate to that particular application.
Request rearming.
Wait, what
Copy.
it called again?
It's called voice attack. I'll put a note. Hold on. Yeah, I've put a note in the chat. It's called voice attack, and you have to make up your commands. So you know you need perhaps a little tutorial on that. Probably there'll be one on YouTube for that, so that you know how to make your commands. And then I don't have to touch, certainly in DCS, well, and in War Thunder if I play War Thunder, and you can tell it to do other things, like you can make up a command that just writes a note in the chat, such as like I'm landing or something like that, which you can do with your radio buttons in War Thunder, but I just say landing and it puts out a radio message to the rest of the people on the team that I'm landing or whatever, or follow me or whatever you want to do. It's a brilliant little program. It's not totally reliable. What program is, it's not totally reliable, but when it's working it's brilliant and it works most of the time. Just have to set up a push to talk button or a
It on Steam as
push to
well.
listen. Well, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I just downloaded it from the site. Do you want me to give the website?
I'm downloading it now.
Oh, you're getting it. That's good. That's good. I say it's a little bit of a learning curve to use it, but it's not that bad. And once you set up a push to listen, I mean, I could probably send you the commands that I use for DCS, which is not many in DCS. I've forgotten, whereabouts are you, Tootle? Whereabouts on the planet are you?
UK.
Ah, right, okay. Is that sort of mid to north of England? Am I remembering that correct? Oh, Laxor says he's starting his stream, so he should be coming in soon.
London.
Oh, London. Oh, okay. I have remembered it wrongly then. Welcome anyway. Have you seen my stream before? I have spoken to you before, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I just remembered location incorrectly. Okay. So Lexor should be joining us soon. In which case I'll just log into the voice channel. Okay, I'm loaded. I could take off again in the Spit, or I could take a different aircraft. If you like, you can choose the aircraft, assuming that I've got an aircraft that you choose. So you can choose which aircraft, Spit again or something else, whichever you'd like.
Is this high fidelity?
Not sure what you mean. Hi-fi. Are you talking about this, the DCS? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'll give it again. Explain what you mean. I'm streaming in 1080.
So can you press the button on the plane?
Oh yeah, the cockpit is fully interactive. I can adjust all this stuff if I want to adjust the view, the sight. I can throw switches on. I've got my engine running at the moment, but if I was to throw that switch there, it cuts off one of the magnetos. If I was to throw the other one, the engine will stop. So I'll put that back on. But I don't use that. I've got switches on the back of my my throttle unit that I use. I'll use a switch now. So that's one of the switches on the back of my throttle unit that I use to turn on on and off the magnetos. And of course you've got this. On the right there, the primer. I won't prime it because the engine's running, but we can pump the primer, which if you have to do, if you don't do that, the engine won't start. So now I better adjust my nose down, ready for takeoff. I used to give it only about a third of a division of nose down, but now I give it the full 1 division. And that seems to work okay for me. Right, nose down is set. Flaps are up. Don't want flaps for takeoff on a spit. Altimeter is set to this airfield, 0 at this airfield. You see the rudder trim is set on this aircraft too, with the double D. It's awkward to see at this angle, but with the double D just past the 12 o'clock mark. So, would you like me to tell you roughly what I'm going to be doing during takeoff, or should I just do it? Or do you want to choose a different aircraft? Here's an example of pressing the button, the flaps. Look, I'll put them down, but I'll put them up again. There we are, the flaps are down. Flaps are going up.
Can you go through it when takeoff?
Yeah, I won't want to talk too much while I'm doing it because it takes a bit of thinking about, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do and then I'll do it. Hold on. Right, so when you take off in a Spitfire, there's a famous lady who said that, yeah, she's a lady in the air. Talking about the Spitfire. I chose the
Su-27 because I didn't want to press the button in the plane.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Is that the one where it doesn't have cockpit interaction at all, if I remember right? Is that the one? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, a lady famously said the Spitfire, she's a lady in the air, but she's a bitch on the ground. So when you're taking off or landing, because of the very narrow wheelbase, hold on. That very narrow wheelbase, as with the 109, the ME 109, BF 109, makes it quite unstable on the ground. So you have to be careful. Lexoy's just joined us. Hold on, you'll probably say hello. I'll say hello to him. Check.
Yep, got you.
Okay, I'm just talking to someone on my stream at the moment, but I'll be back.
Okay.
So there we are. The close wheelbase there makes a Spit uncomfortable on the ground, definitely. And takeoff means that you're constantly dancing on the rudder pedals to take off, just to try and keep us straight. So it's once you're in the air and you've got your trim sorted out, she's lovely. Stand by, I'll move to the centre runway. Brake off. There's the brake in the middle of the stick there at the top. You can see me waggling it. When you want to turn in a Spitfire, when it's on the ground, when you're taxiing, if you want to turn left, you give it left rudder and apply some brake, and it puts braking on the left wheel. Likewise, turning right, it's right rudder, brake, it puts braking on the right wheel. So it's uncomfortable and it takes a bit of getting used to, but that's the way a Spit works. It doesn't have toe brakes. I'm pointing my toes forward now, but you'll see that the brakes aren't moving because the Spitfire doesn't have toe brakes. Right, now for takeoff, stick fully back, full right aileron for a while. Once you start moving, you're going to gradually let the stick come forward. The nose will come down, and as the nose comes down, perhaps about 80 or 90 miles an hour, it just takes a little bit of stick back to get her airborne, and then once I'm airborne, I adjust the nose down trim straight away. I change it from 1 division of nose down to 1 division of nose up for normal flight. So once I've got my trim sorted out, I can then adjust my prop pitch to give 2700 RPM up there, top right hand gauge. And once I've got that done, I can then close the canopy. The canopy is left open during takeoff in case there's a mishap and the ground crew have to oik me out of the aircraft quickly. They don't want to have to smash through the plexiglass to get me. They want to just reach in, undo my seatbelt and just oik me out. So here we go. Let's see if I don't mess it up. It is easy to mess
Hello.
up. Orion Gill. I'm not sure if that name rings a bell. Have I spoken to you before, Orion? There is a delay, so Orion might not come back straight away. In the meantime,
Hello.
Hello, Orion Gill. Are you receiving me? If you're receiving me, let me know, and let me know if I've spoken to you before. In the meantime, I'm going to take off, so I won't be able to speak very much whilst I'm doing that. So stand by there, toot, stand by. Throttle up. Well, brake off, otherwise I'll nose over. Throttle up and away we go. Gear up. Adjust my trim. Set my prop pitch on that gauge that's top right. Close the canopy. Okay, so now she's flying. She's lovely, she's no problem. But on the ground, yeah, she's not comfortable on the ground. She likes to fly. I'll have another go at those ground units that I was shooting at before. I don't know if you were there when I was doing that. Orion, have I spoken to you before? Have you watched my stream before? I think I was shooting at some dead units as well there. It's difficult to see which ones are dead and which ones have respawned, because once that lot all gets shot, once they're all destroyed, they all respawn, but they respawn on dark patches of ash, so you can't easily see which ones are new and which ones are destroyed. But there are some other units on the road, fuel tanks, fuel tankers, trucks with fuel. I'll have a go at them. Got to be careful because there are tanks on the bridge just ahead of where I was shooting just then, and they like to shoot back at me, so I've got 3 of those trucks. That's not bad. I'll have a quick go at the tanks on the bridge. They will probably shoot me down, but I'll have a go at them, see what happens. You need to use 40mm for the tanks, otherwise the smaller calibre just aren't really going to do anything against the tanks. Sometimes I would take a mosquito with rockets to try and hit the tanks. The smoke in front of us at the moment isn't helping, but I know roughly where they are. And here come the tracers. That was a bit close to that tree. I've got two, I think. Yeah, I've got two. They're shooting back at me. I'll come in from the other end and see how I get on with those other two remaining tanks. There's a line of tanks in the field there which are quite nice for practicing with the mosquito and rockets, because I'm pretty bad with rockets. So practice on a line of tanks like that can be useful for me. Okay, I'll just talk to Axor for a bit. Okay, I've hit a couple of tanks on the bridge. I'm going back for the remaining two from the other direction if they don't shoot me down first. Whoa, taking hits. I think I must have got one of the two remaining, but I'll have a look. Yeah, so there's still one more tank on the bridge. I'll just do a little circuit to verify that. Yeah, there's, as you fly from the west towards that bridge, so not from where the trucks are, but from the west, the second one along on the bridge run up is still active. I'll have a go at some of these, but they really want heavier stuff. But my 20mm might get a couple. That wasn't bad. We've got 3, maybe 4, I can't tell if I got that distant one or not. I think it's probably just the 3. Make a turn coming from the other direction. I've got some bullet holes in my wing, both wings. Might get repaired next time I go in. Landing obviously in the Spitfire is once again slightly dangerous operation. I'll have a go at these two tanks nearest. Yeah, Tootle, if you want me to send you my profile file, I probably can for voice attack. I'll have one go at this tank that's nearest. So I think the next one along is already destroyed. So the tank that's this end, I'll have a go at that. Slightly dangerous run because I'm going to go at it from this direction, which means there's trees beyond, which I don't really want to hit. I'm out of ammo. Okay, back to base. I'll let Lax on up. I'm RTB, out of ammo, got some damage, probably repair as well. So now I have to open my canopy and put my prop pitch fully fine, that's fully forward. I'll drop my gear soon. About 140, there we are. That gauge there, about 140, drop my gear. Drop my flat. The tanks down there on the left will be firing at a convoy that's coming in to attack the airfield, but they always destroy the convoy before they get here. Okay, gear is down, flaps are down, concentrate on that. It's not a bad landing. I'm on the black marks, that puts me pretty much central, so I'm happy enough with that. Flaps up. I'll get repaired and get reloaded. I'm not sure if Lax or no. Oh, that. Sorry, I've got the wrong button, but just as well. Do you need the runway?
No, all good.
Okay, I might as well just sit here then. I was going to move over to one side, but I'll sit here and get repaired.
Request repair. Unable to comply.
Okay, and that demonstrates that the ground crew are not prepared to repair my aircraft whilst I've still got the engine running. Can't think why. Okay, stand by. Right, I'll cut the engine by pulling back the mixture lever. Once the engine's stopped, I can request repair, and I'll also request reload, rearm. Even if the prop's spinning like that, they still wouldn't do it. They'll have to wait until the prop stopped. Now I can request.
Request repair. Copy. Request rearming. Copy.
You can hear the ground units, our ground units, shooting at the convoy. Whilst we're getting the repair done, I'll show you the map. So there's me right in the centre, build 1949, and just over to the west there's a convoy, and our units here, these units that are on the outskirts of our airfield,
Rearming
are
complete.
shooting at those. I've been rearmed. I'm now waiting for repair to complete. So yeah, and there's a few choppers there as well. I don't think they do anything, but they're good for target practice. So our units here are firing at those units there, and that's what you'll be hearing. And you can see by that they are making hits on that convoy. For me to attack the convoy is dangerous. The convoy is quite wicked. You're firing at a line of units which are all going to be shooting at you. So to go and attack them is a dangerous job. You need to be in and out quick, ideally with rockets and or bombs. As you can see, Laxor has taken off. Let's change the satellite view. Laxor has taken off, and he will be going over to possibly to have a go at these, which, as I said, is quite dangerous. Okay, 40 seconds, 30 seconds, and I'll start getting repaired. So I'll jump out, and you'll see it goes up on the ramps while they repair me. That's obviously for anyone that doesn't know DCS. Are you going to attack the convoy?
Yeah, I'm not going to have a very long run in.
As you can see, the aircraft is now up in the air. It's on the invisible ramps, and they're repairing me. I might have a go. I might go and join Laxor. Okay, when I take that, oops, when I take off, I'll zoom over into that direction and see if I can assist. Okay.
Most of the convoy has already been taken out by the Bradleys and stuff. I was just shooting at the Hinds.
Oh, okay. Well, perhaps I'll come for the Hinds if there's no more tanks left.
Yeah, they're running.
The tanks are dangerous anyway, so. Three pumps on the primer should be okay because the engine's warm.
Yeah, you're going to need to be booking
I'd
it
normally
some
give
to catch
5.
up with the Hinds.
Oh, okay.
This little helicopter can't keep up with them.
Oh, right. Okay, everything's ready to start. I've primed the engine, the fuel is on, the magnetos are on, so as I primed I should be able to start. So crack the throttle a bit and then push these two buttons that I'm circling, push those two buttons at the same time, which I can't do with the mouse, but I do it with my delete and end keys. That's one of the few occasions where I touch the keyboard, but of course I'm on the ground, so that's not a problem. I'm not flying, I'm just sitting, so that's not a problem. I push those two, and at the same time I push another button I've got around the back of my throttle, which throws the mixture lever forward and gets the engine running. Stand by. Okay, altimeter is set. I'll set my nose down to 1 division of nose down. Ready for takeoff. Okay, everything else should be ready to go. So brake off, stick back, right aileron, throttle up, there we go. Gear coming up. Just adjusted my trim, so now set my cockpit 2,700 on the tacho, and then close my camera. Those black marks are the dead tanks that were in the convoy that were coming to attack the airfield. Travelling towards Laxor, but I can't see him. I've just travelled past him without even seeing him. He's probably very low actually. Oh, I can see him now. When we're sitting on the ground, we normally like to buzz each other just for fun. Wouldn't want to do it whilst he's flying because that could be a real off-put. I mean, I'll fly past him but not close. Just on your fort.
Roger.
Right down the stall speed there. Pick up some speed. Axel must have gone across the river. Approaching that area.
A small run on the ground trains.
Copy that.
We're a bit blind focusing in this one. gun sights.
Ah. So it's just like by gut reaction and feel.
Showing there, completely shot all the way past him.
I was talking on the wrong push button then, but so it's all done by gut reaction and just feeling it.
Kind of. If I was sitting in P2, then I've got something with a gun sight, but I'll do
Oh,
that
that's
before.
Okay.
Like 400 rounds and I got about 7 hits.
Alright. I think everyone's left my stream now. It shows one viewer, but it often shows that. I think that's a bot. If anyone's there, just give me a hi or something. Okay, I'm going to RTB and find something to put in the glass.
Another form of rearm.
Another what?
A different kind of rearm.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, mine will be a different kind of rearm. It's fascinating, my artificial horizon isn't working. It's busted. Well, I didn't think I'd taken any hits. Yeah, I was diving and it wasn't showing. I'll try it again. Passengers mode. Yeah, I'm on the ground, and the artificial horizon is like way up. Because my nose is up,
Right.
the artificial horizon should be down. It should be below the normal level, but it's actually way above. So it's as if something's busted there. I didn't think I'd been hit.
There's no way to reset that, is it?
Don't think it's a reset thing. Hold on. No. No, there's no reset button or adjustment button. It's no adjustment knob. So I'm not sure. So that's odd. Maybe if I respawn or repair. Perhaps I'll respawn in a minute and see what happens then. I feel as I've noticed this before though, but not really taken any notice of it. So maybe it's been busted for a while. On the aircraft model itself. Do you need the runway?
No, you're good.
Okay, I'll just leave this and go and sort myself out. Something wet. I'll put my mic off for now so you can see that I'm not there.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna grab a mozzie. Okay, I think I'll grab a mozzie. It's not responding to my selection. I'm selecting mozzie, but it's not swapping.
Oh.
That's odd. Yeah, whatever I select, it's not swapping to it. I think I might have to come out of the server and back in again. Oh no, it's just done it. It's just done it. Blimey, that took ages.
Evening Bill, nice to catch a little of your stream before bed. How have you been?
Hello, Atlas. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Enjoying whatever weather I can. The weather's been really good. I've forgotten where you are, Atlas. I'm sorry. Whereabouts are you?
UK.
That's fine. Okay. In that case, you might be getting similar weather. I mean, down in the
Leicestershire.
sort of Leicester. So I'm not sure what your weather's been like up there, but it's been very nice down in the southeast.
Weather has been amazing.
Yeah, I just love it. Blue sky and sunshine. It never gets too hot. Certainly not in UK for me. And even when we've been over to France, it's not too hot. I just love it.
I like a medium heat LUL.
A medium heat. What, about 36?
(10 to 15 degrees).
What scale are you talking about? 10 to 15? Whoa, that's cold. If you're talking about centigrade, that's cold.
Only joking, mate. I don't really get on well in the heat.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Were you born in a cold month? Because what I found is a lot of people that are born in the colder months prefer colder weather generally.
I sweat at the hint of heat. May baby.
No, I'm very happy with the heat. It takes a lot of heat. Well, I don't think I've had a situation where it's been too hot. There was an occasion in France when it was about 27 overnight and we weren't quite used to it, so that was a bit difficult sleeping wise on that particular evening, but apart from that, no, the heat I'm very happy with.
Request rearming. Copy.
I do like it, in all honesty. It just takes me longer to acclimatize.
Yeah, I mean, I'm straight into it. I'd be quite happy. I actually kind of prefer to be working in the sun as well, rather than just laying in it. It's nice to have the option to lay in it when I want to rest, but I'm quite happy to be doing something. So I'm actually functioning, doing something in the lovely weather. That suits me quite well.
Rearming
I
complete.
agree with that.
Do you use voice attack, Atlas? I can't remember.
No VA here.
Do you know of it though? Do you know of voice attack?
I do, yes. I was gonna get it a while ago but never got around to it.
Oh, okay. It's well worth considering. I mean, the free version gives you a single profile with 20 commands, but to be honest, those 20 commands will probably cover most of the stuff you want to do on more than one profile. Just use the appropriate command depending on which profile you're in, but it's £9 for the program, which is not exorbitant, and most of the time it's pretty good. Occasionally it gets a bit rebellious, but most of the time I find that it's okay now. So I think it's a good £9 well spent. I almost never have to touch my keyboard, so that suits me very well. Because what I was going to say is I use it for getting the menu, such as now I'll just say comms and see if it'll work. And then I'll say F8. And now I'll just ask for the priming of the engines.
Run the starter. Copy.
All that without touching the keyboard.
£9 is good.
It is.
Spent
I've-
£15 on virtual desktop the other day, and I hardly use VR.
Right. Yeah, well, £9 I think is very good for voice attack, even though it's not 100% reliable, but let's face it, what bit of software is, so, you know, I can accept the occasional glitch. If starter's running, I can get my engines going. course, that £9 for voice attack allows you unlimited profiles and unlimited commands. So you've got, you know, you do absolutely anything. I mean, you can tell it to open Excel or open Word if you want to. It doesn't necessarily have to be used in this. It could be used in all sorts of applications. Okay, just thinking what I've done, what I've got to do. I think I'm good to start taxi. Oh, I'll do my altimeter.
Just having a look at the VA website now.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. I mean, even if you only get the free version, I find that with the free version, I could probably get all the commands I could want for DCS and War Thunder in the one profile. Not that I do War Thunder nowadays, hardly, but I could get all those commands, I believe. 20 commands would be enough to cover both of those applications.
Yeah, didn't think about the application of VA in VR.
Well, yeah, as I say, you can use it. Even if you've got nothing else running, you could have it open and say start Word or something and tell it to open the Word application, or start Excel or something, and it will open that for you. That's being a bit lazy probably. I use it because I don't want to, whilst I'm flying, I don't want to have to try and reach around my stick and my throttle to get to the keyboard that's in front of me. I just want to do it all as much as possible with the stick, throttle and the voice, with voice attack. Right, I'll jump in and taxi to runway. I'll let Laxor know. I'm about to taxi to a runway in a Moz. Okay. Whereabouts are you?
I'm just by the ground units.
Okay, which ones?
Sorry?
Which ones? The ones before?
Yeah. I'm
south,
stretching my load out, so I've got some sights.
Yeah, okay. I'll come along there. Is there still a tank on the bridge?
Unknown. I'll have a look.
And that's all right. If you haven't hit one, there must be one left. So I might see
just
if I
going
can
to download the free version now and have a look into it before buying the full version.
I'm just talking to Atlas Rise on my channel, talk about voice attack. He's just downloading it and he's going to get the free version and check that out before he gets to maybe get the full version. I find it's been there's been a couple of updates and I think it's been more reliable, but you don't normally need to use it in DCS, do you?
Not so much, no. I mean, there's certain things I probably could do. Like certain annoyances that always get me, like the stupid wheel chocks in the Harrier and Mirage.
Yeah, but I find like just using it for the menu, the comms menu, rather than using the mouse to click.
Consider doing that.
Yeah, well, instead of using the mouse to click what I want, I just, the way it's set up was F numbers, isn't it? And I just say F1, and it will do that whatever F1 is, sort of thing.
Right.
So it works quite well for me, and I don't have to touch the keyboard, which, as you can imagine, suits me quite well, not having to reach around the stick and the throttle. I'm about to taxi to runway in a Mozzie. When I take the brake off, he just... Oh, hang on a minute, I've got the brake off. Oh no, I hadn't hit it properly. I thought I've got the brake off and it ain't moving. What's going on? But I hadn't put the brake off properly.
That was a good engine run-up test, Bill.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Nothing wrong there.
I should have turned the magnetos off one at a time whilst I was at it, shouldn't I? Done the full proper test. Okay. Yeah, I thought I'd taken the brake off and I had hit it, but I hadn't done it fully.
Back in a bit.
Yep, copy that, Atlas. I see you just landed. Was that a west to east or east to west? I can't see you. You should look at the
Well,
map.
it was an assisted landing. An assisted landing.
Oh,
Mostly assisted by power lines.
oh right, yeah, okay. Yeah, the thing I was pointing out to Atlas with voice attack is that obviously you can use it like without any other programs open. You could just like open it when you've got just your desktop showing and just say open Excel or something and use that command to open applications if you want to. That's probably being a bit lazy, but for me, when I'm flying, I don't want to push things on the keyboard or click things with the mouse if I can avoid it. I just want to do it all by voice, so it works well for me. Okay, I think I'm ready to roll. Oh, except I haven't put my flaps down. Okay, I think I'm ready to roll now. I'll give it some aileron trim. Okay, I'm rolling.
Where's that?
Possibly my best ever takeoff in a Moz. I felt nicely controlled.
No, good, sure, fast.
Sorry, say again?
It sounded good as you went past.
Yeah, it was controlled, it wasn't all over the place, it didn't do anything suddenly, it's getting the feel of it now. I'm glad about because I was getting despondent with the Moz at one point. seems all the tanks on the bridge are dead.
Alright, I'm actually fine. Which is
Well, I did do a run on them and got 3, and then I did another run and didn't think I'd got any, but obviously it was damaged, but gradually
Right, I'm back.
took it out. Okay, Atlas, thank you. Let me know if you go, won't you? Well, I know you will. You know the drill, so that I don't talk to myself.
Will do, mate.
Not sure which ones of these are still live. I got some of them earlier on. Looks like one at this end and one near the other end are still live. I'm not good with the guns on this. To me, they seem to fire a bit high. Let's give it another run. Also find this more floaty.
Can you come in at a steeper angle?
When I do that, I tend to come in very steeply into the grass. So I tend to come in fairly shallow because of that. I find it easy for me to crash when I come in steep. I know it's probably the best way, but I guess I'm not. I'm not really a pilot. That got it, but you see, to me, I've probably got to adjust some
Shoot at the
sensitivities.
ground until you have a ground plane interface moment.
Yeah, that as well. I think I've got that one. Yeah, I did. So let's get this one at this end. But it does seem floaty. I think I need to adjust. I mean, I suppose it's going to be less responsive than Spitfire, obviously. But perhaps I do need to adjust the curves on the, I don't know, mainly elevator and maybe rudder. But I don't really use the rudder as any, if I can avoid it. I don't really use it at all. Oh, hang on, which one did I just hit? Oh no, there's still one left, one at this end, it moved over, that's why I couldn't see Yeah, so in this, most of my bad shooting is because it doesn't seem to stabilise. I'm either pushing the stick or pulling it to try and get it where I want it. It's not gentle movements. I think I need to do something. I'm not sure what. Desensitise, increase sensitivity. I'm not sure. Got it. Oh! I knocked it to the ground. Oh well. Do you want to choose an aircraft, Atlas? And I'll fly something different. I've already done my spit. P-51, Harrier, whatever, or Moz again, whichever. P-47.
Yeah, use the Harrier. Love that plane.
Okay. I always have trouble finding it, but there it is. Haven't flown it for a while. I wonder if I'll have any issues remembering. I think the first thing is sort out my armaments. I always like to put some rockets on. Once again, use voice attack for the comms.
I have this module, but have never really flown it.
It is nice, yeah. I don't normally do vertical takeoff because I like to use rockets. If you do that, you've virtually got to fly with no fuel because it just...
I will
because of
have
the
to
weight.
get into it more as / it is a nice plane.
Yeah, get into it, yeah. You can join us on here, I would have thought, as well, if you want to, on this server. I'd have to leave you in the hands of Lexor to sort that out, but yeah, you could do that.
Absolutely.
Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, I think they don't mind me starting my engines up whilst they're rearming me. I don't know if that would be really true, but there we go.
Rearming complete.
Generator. generator. Caution, caution. Caution, caution. Caution, caution. Caution, caution. Caution, caution.
Are they laser rockets on the outboard pylons?
No, I don't think so. They're just like more powerful rockets. Yeah, they're just more powerful. This is just like point and fire and cross your fingers. I'm not yet into the other kind of rocket. I should get into that, but it's a learning curve that I'm not bothered about at the moment. I don't know why, but voice attack is recognising me saying comms, but it's not doing anything on the game. I'll try that. Aha! Right, it's even when I press C on the keyboard, it's still not bringing up the comms menu, so something's gone odd there. It's not voice attack that's the problem, it's something else. It's my C on the keyboard should bring up the comms menu. Why is it not? Just talk to Axel for a sec. I've just got into the Harrier and I've gone to open the comms menu with voice attack.
Have you changed the bind for comms?
Hold on, just talking to Atlas. No, Atlas, no, I haven't changed the bind, no. It's been working tonight, no problem. It's just this instant. I've got into the Harrier, used voice attack, used comms, and it wasn't happening. Looked up, saw that it's recognising these voice attack is recognising comms, but it's not doing anything on the game. So I hit C on my keyboard, and it still doesn't do anything. So I'm hitting C, which is my
apostrophe or hashtag for me brings up comms.
No,
yeah.
You hit C, but it might get cut off.
Yeah, I hit C, but it still doesn't bring up the comms menu. Just responding to Atlas. No, I changed it to C a while ago, and it works fine. It's been working fine. It's been working tonight, no problem. Then all of a sudden, in the Harrier, it's not doing it. Although it's being recognised by voice attack, it's not bringing up the menu, and when I hit C on my keyboard, it's not bringing up the menu. So I might just come out and go back in again. There might be something's happened with picking up this Harrier. Just try C again. No, C is not doing it, and it should. That's a keyboard shortcut. I'll just verify that.
Can you look at the keybind options in the game options?
Yeah, I was just ahead of you on that. Hold on. There you are. C. C should bring up the comms menu, and it isn't. Whether I hit it on the keyboard or whether I say it, it's not doing it, because I have it arranged that when I say comms, my stick puts out a C as if it's the keyboard. That's odd. I'm hitting C on the keyboard, nothing's happening. I'm going to go out and come back in again. Yeah, it's still not having it. I'm going to go out and come back in the Harrier again and see what happens. Worked straight away that time. Something occurred that is like was masking my comms request.
Weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Okay.
It would be the first time I think that something goes a little bit weird.
Yeah, it might. I don't think it shouldn't be to do with the procedure. I did perhaps a slightly different startup procedure or whatever, but that shouldn't affect that. I'll go through this again and see what happens. I'll get my I'll get myself rearmed. That's the first thing.
Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, so now I'll start the engine as before. I used the APU on that previous occasion, but this time I'm going to do it the way I've normally done it. Just with the engine start. Can't see why that would make any difference.
Rearming complete.
It's done it again. This must be something to do with me speaking at the wrong time, because my push to talk uses the control key. So I'm going to try doing that again. I'll come in again and I won't use I won't do any push to talk whilst anything else is happening, and let's see if that does it. But now it's lost the C is not happening. C on the keyboard is not bringing up the comms. So it must be me speaking. I'm going to go out, come back in again. Right, so forgive me for not speaking, but I'll just do this all without speaking, see what happens.
Back in 5. Don't reply, mate.
Remove the wheel chocks.
Okay, I've got
Copy.
voice attack and everything working
Wheel
okay
chocks are
now.
now removed.
I've got a feeling it was that I was speaking whilst doing other things, throwing switches, of course
Right.
using the control key. I've got a feeling it kind of somehow locked it out. I'm not sure why that would happen. How that would
I think that
happen.
has happened before.
Okay, it sort of locked it out, so it wasn't responding to a C on the keyboard, and it wasn't responding to voice attack, because voice attack, when I use that, it just causes my stick to put out a C, as if it was the keyboard.
Yeah.
So it's okay now. I think it's just talking at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Talking whilst throwing switches. Normally, it doesn't let you throw the switch, does it? When you're talking, it prevents that from happening. So that's the first time I've consciously been aware of that. I think the lights on the Harrier are working better now. I'm seeing lights that I don't remember seeing before, even though I turned the light switches on. I'm seeing lights like on the side of the canopy or cockpit area. There's a couple of green lights either side, which I don't particularly remember seeing happening before. And now it's misbehaving again. I'm going to try a different Harrier. There's possibly something wrong with that model, that particular spawn that's causing an issue, I wonder.
Generator. Stop failure.
Request rearming.
Copy.
There's something odd going on again because I'm in a different spawn for the Harrier. I'm getting a constant generator warning, but there's no warning light.
What's that?
There's no warning light. There's no button I can hit to shut her up.
Rearming
So the
complete.
master warn's not flashing.
No.
A master caution.
Yep. No flashing lights.
You could try clicking the master caution. Just to
That,
see if it works.
that actually did it. That actually stopped it,
It's
but
probably,
it wasn't flashing.
it might have been a hangover from the previous.
Might be. So I'm now in a different spawn. I'm just seeing how that works with voice attack.
Any luck?
Atlas just came back, said any luck. Yes, Atlas, it seems okay at the moment, but there are still some oddities. I was getting a generator warning, but with no warning light, and on Laxor's advice I clicked on the master warning, and that stopped the message. So there's still something slightly odd going on, but let's just see how it goes. I think I've requested a reload. I'll be back. Okay, I'm reloaded. I'm going to get the chocks away, hopefully. No, it's done it again, and I haven't been speaking. It's done it again. It stopped responding to C. I'm going to jump in and spit again. It stopped responding to C, and it stopped responding to voice attack, which is sending us C.
Go
basically.
back to spit.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I said to.
Yeah, but
Atlas,
if you've been speaking
Ha ha ha, you beat
whilst
me
you've
to
been
it.
pressing stuff, then it is possible that if you've so when you talk, you're pressing control or something.
Yeah. I was very careful not to do that, and I've never had this issue before, and I've had people watching me in this. I would have been speaking to them. I'm going to go back to a spit and see if it locks out. But C isn't working, so I'm going to go back to a spit. Okay, stand by it at this. Oops, I don't want to airspeed. Okay, let's see how this behaves. And I'll carry on as normal, talking and pressing stuff, and see what happens. First of all, I'll go and get reloaded, but I don't need to because I don't change the loadout on this. But I'll just see what happens.
Request rearming.
Yeah, something's going on, isn't it? Because I've requested rearming and he didn't say copy. What about if I fire my guns and then do it? Hold on. Okay, now I'll request rearm again.
Request rearming.
Nah, see, there's something going on here. Okay, back to the XR. There's something going on because I've gone to the Spitfire, requested rearming. Everything's been fine, but it's not responding to request rearming. Getting copy.
When you say everything's been fine,
Yeah.
what
mean,
specifically has been fine?
Oh, I'm in
that's
the
been relating to voice attack.
Oh, I've been using voice attack in a normal way, getting rearmed.
Yeah, but you just said in the Spitfire it wasn't rearmed.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I was going to say, requesting rearming, but they don't respond with copy. I'm getting the menu up. I can request rearming,
Right, okay.
but they don't rearm. They don't say copy. So there's something very odd going on. And whatever happens, if I hit C normally, it overrides. Like if voice attack's misbehaving, I use C to get the comms menu, and it works fine. But it wasn't. At the moment, I haven't got that issue. Hold on. That C is working fine. I'm getting the comms menu up, and it's working fine with voice attack. But whoops, when I ask to be rearmed, they don't respond. I'll ask something else. Hold on.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Once again, although I never do, I've asked them to turn on the ground power, and they've not responded to it. The ground crew have not responded. So that is odd. It makes me wonder if I need to restart DCS. Something is definitely odd.
Well, I'll jump into a area 2 app.
Well, I've been doing this tonight. Although, yeah, I've been getting rearmed in the Spitfire earlier on.
It must be 10 a.m. Ground crew are at the NAFI.
Atlas says it's 10 a.m. ground crew are at the NAFI. Yeah, you're probably right, mate. Well, I've got a beer. Why shouldn't they have one? Atlas is in UK, by the way. That is definitely odd. In different ways, 2 different ways. One, it wasn't responding to the C command, and then 2, it responds to the game responds to my request for the menu and responds to my request to ground.
Try rebooting VA.
No, I don't think it's VA because Atlas says try rebooting VA, but I don't think it's voice attack that's the problem, because voice attack is responding, but the game isn't. And when even without voice attack, if I hit C, like now it'll work. In the Harrier it didn't. In the Harrier, when I hit C, it should still bring up the menu, the comms menu, and it wasn't.
Well, it sounds like
Negative
you potentially
squared
got 2 different
capital
problems,
letter
though.
B, negative squared capital letter A, negative squared
So,
capital letter
You've
A.
got a comms that is working but not being responded to,
Yeah.
just a Spitfire, and a
Yeah.
comms that wasn't working. Now the comms not
Uh,
working could have been cleared by switching aircraft, or by chance when you've been pressing your push to talk. If it was a locked control key or something similar.
Okay.
The fact that the ground crew isn't responding at all to the Spitfire, that might imply there's something wrong with your game. I've
Yeah.
just jumped into the Harrier and done rearm, and they responded.
Okay. Yeah, no, I could rearm the Harrier, but then after that, the C command, like the C on the keyboard, or when I use voice attack, failed to bring up the comms menu. It just, the comms menu
Yeah,
just
okay,
stopped
that's
coming
what I've
up.
got.
Ah,
So, that is a bug.
bug in the game then, the whole game, not just us.
Yeah, I wonder what happens if I switch aircraft.
Try the spit, see what happens.
Well, first one, just going to flick over to a different Harrier.
Okay. Well, I did that. I tried both Harriers.
Right, so second Harrier, I've got the comms menu. Just do a rearm.
Hello, Balzac.
Pressing rearm. Got the
We're
copy.
investigating a little problem at the moment, Balzac.
Got to wait for him to rearm now.
Sorry, did they respond? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, they got the copy.
Okay, I'll try again, but I don't see it's going to happen somehow. I'll try again.
Request rearming.
Okay, rearm is complete, so now I'll reopen the comms menu. No comms menu.
No comms menu.
So you can rearm once.
Because I rearmed when I was on the when I was in a spit earlier on. I rearmed whilst I was on the runway a couple of times and repaired and everything. It's as if something has changed in the game since we started. Let's see how that can be. What if it's worth me just restarting DCS? Oh, you're getting
well,
the
they're
same,
both affected.
basically. Yeah, you're getting similar things. Perhaps not exactly the same, but you're getting similar things.
So if I do.
I even tried firing off a few bullets to make sure I needed to be rearmed, and it still doesn't.
Yeah.
They still don't say copy.
It seems that the comms menu comes back after you've switched aircraft. But every time I have switched aircraft, I have been able to rearm.
Hold on a minute. I'll try mine again. The comms menu with voice attack. Hold on. Yeah, the
Cut out
comms
communication
menu.
and use keyboard.
Say again.
Cut out the complication for the moment and just use the keyboard
I-
to confirm.
I tried that earlier on the Harrier when I was saying comms, which puts out a C. It wasn't bringing up the comms menu, so I hit C on the keyboard, and it still didn't bring up the comms menu.
Yeah,
No,
that's the issue where the first rearm stops the comms menu from coming up.
Yeah, actually, because I did get rearmed. Okay.
So if you now switch to another Spitfire, do your comms menu. it should
Okay,
come
I'll try that. Oh, I'm getting my comms menu now. But you're saying they should respond.
They should do. Well,
I'm
they
getting
have
my
been to me anyway.
I'll change role and I'll see what happens. Hold on. Because yeah, I am getting the comms menu. I'll do it now. Right, I've got my comms menu. I'm going to try ground crew. I've got a ground crew. I'll try rearm and refuel.
Request rearming.
No, it asked for rearming. What I did is I reduced my armor, my bullets, just to make sure that there's something different for it to do. I
Yeah.
requested rearming, and they haven't come back. They haven't said copy. That's a game
During
issue.
the Spitfire at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one that's just affecting yourself at the moment.
If you try it again, are you in a spit at the moment?
No, I'll jump into a Spitfire.
So you try it again, get rearmed, fire some bullets off, and then get rearmed again and see what happens. This is odd.
Something on the DCS forum asks, are you using Viacom?
Okay, Atlas says something on the DCS forum asks, am I using Viacom? I don't think I know what it is, so I don't think I can be. It is working okay earlier on. I've got rearmed earlier on. Unless I'll just see you spawned in on the other spit next to me. Unless it's something to do with something hasn't happened to the spawns, has it? We've had that before, haven't we? Where people can't get rearmed for whatever reason. Sometimes it doesn't rearm them. Turned out to be the spawn, didn't it? If I remember right.
Some of the helicopters you have to have a certain units within range. Certain things are dependent on the ground crew in order to operate. So if you're not in a numbered slot, like the Mosquito, you can't get the ground crew to prime the engines because ground crew only respond to numbered slots. So where we are now, these aren't numbered slots.
Okay,
Right, so I've just got a rearm complete, and I put a bomb on.
I was just seeing it. I'm just saying. I see that you have a bomb. So now, if you rearm again, remove the bomb.
Well, I'm getting a comms menu for a start, and I wasn't in the Harrier.
Okay.
Is the airfield under your control?
So I'll take the bomb off.
Atlas says, is the airfield under your control? I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah,
in terms of, yeah, the answer basically is yeah.
And I've just done a... Yeah, I've just rearmed again by taking the bomb off, and that worked. So at the moment, I would say maybe just restart DCS for you.
Okay, I'll give it one more try, and if it doesn't go, I'm sure it won't actually, but if it doesn't, I'll just restart DCS and see how that behaves.
Request rearming.
Yep, ground crew are ignoring me, so I'll restart DCS. For anyone that's watching there, whilst I restart DCS...
I am glad I made you break DCS asking for the Harrier.
Oh, it's come off your key.
Yeah, Atlas says, I'm glad I made you break DCS by asking for the Harrier. It's only since then that it's gone bananas. Okay, well... for those on my stream, I'm going to go out whilst I'm out and coming back into DCS. It won't be that long, but I won't have comms during that time, so I'll come back ASAP.
I am off to bed, mate.
Yeah, copy that, Atlas. Okay, thanks for your help there. Sleep well. Night night. TTFN.
Take care.
There might be a wider... I know you can't respond at the moment, but there might be a wider issue. Because I've just gotten into the... I've got a wider issue. Discord is dead.
Ah. Oh, okay.
Or one of my Discords is dead, I should say.
I'm still waiting for DCS to close down. So I've still got comms for the moment. DCS is taking a long time to close down. it's just gone. I've got to stop the profile and restart again. So now I lose comms for a little while.
Right, squad check just for a second. You appear, unless you just pressed a button, to be constant TX. Try speaking again, just to double check. Yeah, you just
Yeah,
I
the
don't think you're speaking, but you're going green.
Yeah, it's alright. The profile is restarted, so I'm restarting DCS.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
I can now speak, at least while until I start going into multiplayer. Okay, I'm going to go back into multiplayer, go into the server, and I'll try not to speak until I'm actually sitting in my spit.
Okay, well, I've got a separate issue because I've just realised I don't know when it happened. There was a error message behind DCS, so I'm going to have to restart my client as well.
Oh, okay. I'll catch you later. Okay, let's see what happens now. I'm going to request rearming and see what happens.
Request rearming.
and they are still not responding. Okay, or something that's definitely dodgy. Maybe they don't respond whilst I'm on this spawn point. I don't know. Perhaps I'll taxi out, get off the spawn point and see if that makes any difference.
Request rearming. Request refueling. Request rearming.
If you're receiving, I'm just wondering if it might mean the server needs a reboot.
I don't know.
I've just
I'm not
tried it
seeing
in this.
anything that would suggest.
Well, I've just tried to spit again, and they're still not responding to me to rearm or refuel.
Yeah,
I
but they're
moved up.
responding to me.
Yeah, but I've moved off the spawn point in case it's anything to do with that. Really clutching at straws. Try it again, and I'm at the end of the runway now. I can't imagine it'll make any difference, but I'll try again. I'm sure they're not going to take any notice.
Well, there are
You fell off the key.
some dead spots on the runway where I've noticed a rearm doesn't work.
Well, I'll try it. I'm at this end of the runway. I'll give it a try.
Request rearming. Request rearming.
No, I'm requesting. I've put my fuel down and I've put my ammo down. Requested rearming, and it's not responding to either refueling or rearming. I'm getting the comms menu up. This is really odd. This is quite strange, and when the fact we're not getting exactly the same is strange by itself. I'll jump in yet another aircraft. I can't see it's going to be the answer, but I'll try.
The server is responding.
Okay, I'll see. I've jumped in a P-47, which I haven't used at all tonight, and I'll see what happens there.
Looks like it's. I mean, it's reporting the stuff it should be reporting.
Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, I got a copy on that request rearming in a P-47. I'll try it again. I'll fire some bullets or something, and or take the rockets off and try again. Well, once the rockets are on. It's as if it's like the first time round it's okay, and after that it falls over maybe.
Yeah, but again, I was connected. I was doing stuff, and okay, the Harrier was the only one that mirrored what you were saying, but the Spitfire, I was changing configuration quite heavily.
Okay, well, let's. Well, say I've worked okay on the P-47 this time. I'm now going to change the armament. I'll get them to take the rockets off.
Yeah, I'm doing the same with the I-16. I've just got a copy on putting rockets on.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
P-47, it's responded fully. I've taken the armament off, so I've put rockets on to start with. Now I took the rockets off and requested refueling and rearming without the rockets, and they've said copy, they're doing it.
Although in switching screens, I just managed to take out the HP.
Take out the what?
You know the thing where the HP screen decides to not display
Refueling complete.
or what's on the screen. You have to switch it off and switch it back on again. It's fine.
For me, it normally just shoves it on a different screen, I think.
Oh, I thought you said you had it when it goes black.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. Oh, crikey. Yeah, I think I have had that. But no, for me, the main thing that happens there is if I'm looking at Netflix, and I'm looking generally, and then I, for example, switch to my list of views to watch, of things to watch on Netflix list, and then it puts the whole. Sorry, I switch to. I go to click on my list and it jumps it all to a different screen, and I have to drag it back to the main screen. That happens, or has happened, quite regularly.
I'll have to restart DCS again because my screen has just decided not to display. Well, actually, it's flickering.
I've had
got
that.
a snippet of frame.
Yeah, I've had that.
A frame, but then it goes black. So mine, it's black for most of the time, and then I get a single frame.
Yep.
And then it's black again. If I look across at OBS, everything's fine.
Yep.
So
I've
it's
had
purely
that.
the display, and the only way I can get around that is by turning it off, turning it back on again.
Yeah. Okay. The actual
But if I do
display
that now,
itself.
yeah, if I do that now, it's going to push DCS onto a secondary monitor, and then it'll be a nightmare to get it back.
Well, you just have to
Because it sort of
resize it.
shifts.
I think all you have to do is resize it. Like make it a smaller display size, then you can drag it back onto your main screen and then resize it back to normal. That's what I've done in the past. Haven't had that thing happen for a while actually. What refresh rate have you got, by the way, on your main screen? It's an
144.
HP, you're saying?
Yes, well, it's the same one as you.
Yeah,
The
144, and I think that's what I've
25X.
got. Yeah, I'm back on. I did change it to the lower refresh rate, and recently I put it back to 144, and it's been fine. I'm going to change aircraft again. I'm going back to a Spit, knowing that the 47 has been fine.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Now I've just gone back to the
We can't
Spit.
change the resolution when we're in server.
You can't change the resolution. What on? Eh?
You can't change the game resolution, like the screen size, when you're in
Oh,
a
okay.
server.
Oh, okay. I've just got back in a Spit. I've got exactly the same issue. It won't respond. I can get the comms menu up and I can ask, but it doesn't. They don't respond. They don't give me copy. On the P47, it was fine.
I can restart the mission if you want. It's not a problem. It's just a click of a button.
It might be worth it just to eliminate all possibilities, mightn't it?
Alright, well, let me know when you're clear.
Yeah, just boot me out. That's fine. Right, so we are having some odd issues tonight. Lexor's now going to try restarting the server and see if a restart of the
stopping
server
the mission, I'll
works.
reload the mission rather than
Yeah.
go through the
Okay,
whole thing of reloading the server.
all right. And then if that doesn't work, maybe the whole caboodle would be worth a shot.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll restart DCS on the server if that doesn't work next.
Yeah.
Mission is up.
Okay. Got to refresh. Going in. I'm going to jump straight in a Spit because that's the one that was giving the issues.
Request rearming.
Well, that didn't solve it for the Spit.
Alright, I'll jump into a area, see what happens. Right, first rearm, got a copy.
And I've just realised I don't get the option to put a bomb on this Spit. Is that because not all got that option?
No, they should all have the option.
That loadout doesn't give me that option. It just says empty.
In the middle or the wings?
So any of them. That's selecting the loadout from the drop down. I'll try selecting it by clicking on the actual pylons.
Yeah, okay, Harrier, second rearm doesn't open the comms window.
Okay, there's definitely something wrong with DCS. On the Spitfire, if I go to the pylon, that centre pylon for a central bomb, the bombs are not available. It says not available.
Right, we'll come out the server and try again. I'll do a well. It's 1:30. Do you wanna
Request
carry on?
refueling.
I'm not to work.
Request rearming.
It might be just a case of see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I was sort of tentative to 2:30 anyway, but it just depends if you want to fight with it. If you want to carry on fighting with it.
It might save fighting with it tomorrow, I suppose, if we find out tonight. So if you want to do the whole restart thing, that's fine. I mean, I can't rearm, so if I run out of ammo, I'm not going to be able to rearm, so that's going to be a bit pointless. So if you want to redo the whole lot, yeah.
Mission coming down now.
Yep.
Should kick you out.
Yep. If there's anyone out there,
Starting the reload, so it'll be about 2 minutes, I suppose.
yeah. If there's anyone out there with any thoughts on this, thoughts would be welcome. So Laxor is just completely restarting the server and the mission. We'll see what happens. And this is most odd. We've never had anything like this before. We're both getting issues, but not necessarily the same issues. Laxor was able to reload his aircraft. I haven't been using the same aircraft. I haven't been. I'm going to choose the other Spit this time.
Okay.
I'll see what happens.
Server's starting, but it's not started.
Okay. Okay. It's now showing, so I'm going in. Okay, I usually go in on 010. I'm going on 108 this time and see what happens.
When you say that, the server's not running.
I'm in it.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
my server status page doesn't show the server running.
Okay. Well, it turned up on the list. Not initially. When I refreshed, it turned up on the list, and I've just gone in and I'm sitting in it now.
Okay.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
I'm on 108 and it still won't refuel or rearm my spit. I can get through the menu okay, I can ask for it to happen, but they don't respond.
Okay, well, the next step will be to reboot the server completely, reboot the actual box, just in case someone's gone
Okay,
wiggy, but
yeah,
I just do a confirm in the Harrier.
yeah. This is weird. Hopefully it's something that needs rebooting or needs resetting in the in Lexor server. If that's the case, then when it restarts we should get somewhere.
Okay, alright, I'll reboot the server.
Okay.
The actual physical server.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess end to end probably about 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, okay doke. This is odd, isn't it? We've never had anything like this before.
No, not even last week, and last week was the update.
Yeah. So if it all comes back okay, then that suggests there was something in the server that needed a bit of a nudge.
I wonder if the server was running slightly longer than it would normally do. Got to about 3.5, 4 hours. I wonder if there's something that happens around the 3-hour mark that's causing a problem. 3.5 hours, because we normally only get about 3.5 hours on a stream on a Friday.
I can't
If
remember
something
what time
happens
it
after
started.
that 3.5 hour mark, uh, earlier than when I said server was up, because I started it and then forgot about it.
Oh yeah, because I
I wasn't
was
sure
in
if
it
you
when
were
you
using it.
said servers up. I was already in it. Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, the box itself has rebooted.
Okay. So do you have to do that each time, like start and stop the box itself, or does that normally just sit there and then you just boot the server?
How do you mean, sorry?
Do
The
you normally
server
have to?
9 times out of 10 is physically off.
Okay, right. So you normally have to turn the box, as it were, on anyway.
Right, DCS is restarting. Oh, coming back
Okay.
out.
Yep. Okay, I'm seeing the server. Shall I go in or wait a sec?
I just reopened my server. Mate. Yeah, okay, so the server status page is reporting everything is up, so
Okay, I'll join. It went in very quickly on 10. Let's see what happens when I reload.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
No, they're still not talking to me. This has got to be a DCS thing, surely, to be affecting both of us. It's either DCS or the server, but you've restarted the server completely, haven't you?
yeah, I don't know. It wasn't doing this last week.
It wasn't doing it earlier
We've not
on.
had-
I'm sure it wasn't. I felt
we've not
sure.
had an update.
I felt sure that. Well, there was a tiny update, but as you said, it was probably the
Not for me.
the update.
I didn't get an update. I didn't get an update, and neither did the server.
No, but perhaps for me.
And you would have got it before me.
What do you mean?
Well, you told me about the update, so that meant you had it.
Oh yeah, but I was saying maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't DCS that was updating. Maybe it was the updater that was updating.
Yeah, but in either case, I didn't get an update of any description.
Oh, for either of
on
them.
my
Oh,
machine
right.
or the
Okay.
server.
Okay. It's very odd that it was okay for the P47, not okay for the Spit, up and down for the Harrier.
Well, the Harrier was pretty consistent. It works, then it doesn't anymore.
And for you, the Spit worked okay. You was able to reload and put a bomb on, and I've not been able to do that. It's odd.
Was that in the same slot?
Yeah, I tried because you were in 108, and I went to 108 later
Right.
on and tried that, and it didn't work for me. I'll do it again
Okay,
now.
let's have a quick look. Oh, okay.
I'll go to 108 now. I'll do what you did and put a bomb on if I can. It says not available. When I go to that centre pod, or the centre pylon, whatever you want to call it, I right click on there, bombs, and then I get not available. Obviously you got it available. If I click on select loadout from the drop down, it's empty. There is no other choice. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave the server and go in on a quick action thing and see how it works. Because if it works on there, it's got to be to do with the server, isn't it?
Request rearming.
Well, apart from the fact that pressing your comms menu's got nothing to do with the server.
No, true. Well, there you are. But see, on the Spit, I was getting no issues with the comms menu, just that they weren't responding to it. So anyway, I'll leave the server. It still seems very odd to me. Right, I'm going on I'll go in on a mission because I've got a copy of the mission. I'll go in on that. So that's as close as possible without using the server. Okay, I'm now in on my local copy of your mission. At least the way it was when you last gave it to me. So stand by. Bombs not available. Okay, I'll just try changing the ammo and the fuel and see what happens.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
I'm getting exactly the same situation. So I'm now going to come out of this mission and go into an ordinary cold start and see what happens. Okay, if I just go on a cold start from the quick action, I do get the option to put a bomb on board. So I'm going to do that and see what they say.
Request rearming. Copy.
They came back straight away with copy. I wonder if something has happened with the update from when last week or whatever, that's changed stuff in your mission. So the stuff that was in your mission suddenly doesn't work right.
Well, the Gazelle has changed, but I didn't have any problems in the Gazelle.
Yeah.
I was just going to try a
Rearming complete.
quick go around in the Harrier, having changed the loadout and not getting the comms menu anymore. I was going to take off and land and see if the comms menu comes back.
Okay. So I'm sure you said before about where they've
Apart from the fact I can't.
You can't what?
Because you need the comms menu to take the wheel chocks off.
Okay. Can you not, instead of using comms menu, can you not select it? No, it has to be done by a comms menu, probably, doesn't it? Can you not, like from the controls and stuff? Can you not? Is there not a shortcut for that to take the chocks off?
I think you can. I don't think there's a direct command for it. No.
No. Okay. Well, I've just loaded up okay on this spit. I've just landed. I'll just go in again and change.
Yeah, there's no direct mapping for wheel chunks.
Fake.
It's all because it's
okay.
through the F10, because it's through the F comms menu. It's only ever relative to the menu options, so everything would be F1, F2,
Yeah.
F1, F2 off of that as a subtree.
Yeah.
So there's no specifics to the
Request
radio
refueling.
menus.
Request Copy.
Okay.
rearming.
I've just once again in this
Copy.
quick action thing, cold start. I've just requested take the bomb off, reduce my fuel, reduce my ammo, and they've responded okay. So it's definitely to do with the mission, but it also applies to the mission the copy of the mission that I have. So something they've
Refueling
done
complete.
on the update has affected the mission, whether it's on your server or my local copy. I get exactly the same issue. So something has changed in DCS that's busted your mission. Which is a real pain. I'll tell you what. I know it won't make any difference because I know it's not working. I can say I'll run it as a mission as a server. Run your mission, my copy of your mission as a server, but I know it's not working on even on my local copy. I'm getting exactly the same issue. So it has to be something that they've done that's preventing your server or your mission that you have on your server from working properly. It's affected the mission. Right, my copy is A2G practice 12th of May. Okay, that's the one I've been running, and I'm getting exactly the same issue, which I've never had before.
I've taken out the Mistral that was deprecated.
Okay. Yeah, I've just gone back into my local copy of your mission from somewhere in May, and when I go to put a bomb on, it says not available. If I do it on a quick action thing, it doesn't say not available. So something that they've done has affected the loadouts at least, and prevented stuff from working. I'll reduce the fuel. I'll leave the other stuff. Reduce the fuel to about 50% and the ammo, and I think I'm going to get the same issue. I'm sure of it.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Yeah, I think they've busted things for your mission.
But I'm not sure how, because the mission was running last week.
I know, but something must have happened since then.
Yeah,
I don't know. But it was working last week. This week it isn't. But if it was only your server, then I'd say, okay, maybe something's gone funny with your server or the machine that the server's on. But it also has stopped working today it stopped working on my copy of your mission from the middle of May. So something in that mission is no longer okay. Since when? I don't know, but it's no longer okay. It's preventing the mission from working properly.
Request rearming.
I've just fired my guns and reduced my ammo quite a bit. Requested rearming. Once again, the menu works okay through voice attack or whatever. The menu is working okay, but they're not responding. They're not rearming me. They're not even saying I'm unable to comply. They're just ignoring me. And that's in my copy from middle of May.
Right, I've just restarted the mission, having removed the Mistral.
Okay, so that's now different from the mission that I've got.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what happens.
Was that?
Okay, I'm seeing the server. Shall I go straight in or do you want me to wait?
No, you should be right.
Okay. Well, it's still saying bomb not available, so I suspect that hasn't done anything, but I'll request a reload of ammo.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
No, there's... That is odd. The fact that we were flying last week. The fact that I was getting rearmed earlier on. For the sake of anyone watching at the moment, there are issues, odd issues with DCS at the moment. I'm asking to get rearmed. They receive. I can get the comms menu. I can speak to the ground crew, but they don't respond. So we don't know what's causing that. And the same happens on a local copy that I have. from about the middle of May. And that never used to be the case, so we don't know what's happened. Something's happened with the overall DCS in some way.
I'm sort of getting to the point where I don't know what to do next, short of switching things off.
So perhaps try tomorrow night. Perhaps try
Because
tomorrow
it's not-
night then.
I can't really think of anything else to try. Yeah.
No, no. That is really
Server
odd.
power down could do something. Maybe there's something that's trapped in memory.
Yeah.
It's sort of clutching at straw things, but it's also not beyond the realms of possibility. So we've got like half hour left from
Yeah.
when I'll be ending anyway. So I was
Yeah.
toying with just calling it there and come back to it tomorrow.
Yeah, we're clearly not going to get anywhere with this tonight now. It does need like a complete cold start of everything, doesn't it, to see if that cures it. But it seems odd. It seems odd that my copy of your mission from May also gives exactly the same problem.
Yeah.
It's as if they've done something that has affected your mission. We've had that before. Was it with the I-16 or something?
Yeah, well, even then there's been no update, so whatever they've changed, it would have been changed last week.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder if it needs something that then triggers the problem. Don't know. So anyway, the best we can do, I think, perhaps is tomorrow night. Just see about. Oh, actually, I'll quickly go into one of the other servers, the Grim Reapers, and try exactly the same and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, well I'll start shutting these freaking headphones.
Hang on, you fell off your key, I think. Say again.
I can't remember what I was saying, but it probably wasn't important.
I'm just going to quickly nip into Grim Reapers and just reload my spit and see what happens. And if it all works okay, it means that something, however it's happened, however it could have happened since an update, something has happened to the mission that also affects my middle of May copy, local copy of that mission. I still think it has to be something to do with the overall DCS, the fact that it's affecting my previous like middle of May copy of your mission. I'm just going into Grim Reapers at the moment, hopefully.
Fighter command to all pilots. Enemy aircraft spotted. Fighter command to all pilots. Enemy aircraft spotted over Binville. Over.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Okay, just for information, I've just gone onto the Grim Reapers one, and of course, as we would have predicted, it's okay. It's